What's up, guys? It's Brian from Hashware Hub. It's about 10:52 p.m. Eastern Time, April 4th, 2018, and we got a brand new trading video for you. But first, if you're new to us, hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Also, be sure to like the video. Like and comment on the videos. It's been working out, and we really appreciate it. And if you are on Steemit or DTube, please do upvote the video. It helps other people find us. Excuse me. And yeah, like the video, like I mentioned. Go down, hit that thumbs up. It's gonna make you feel so good, right? Like you did some charity or something like that. Am I a charity case now? Does that make me a charity case? I don't know. Anyway, I think not. Anyway, so let's get into it. I know it's been about a day since we've made a video. Just lots of crazy things going on. Personally, that's it's got me away from you guys, so I apologize there. But all is well, and so yeah, let's get into it. When we were doing this triple B trade, right? And I think last night we made a video, and when I made a video, we were right somewhere around here, and I was like, you know, everyone who took this trade, please sell it. In other words, please get out of the trade, because of the fact that everything I pretty much mentioned in that video, and I'll just go over it again real quickly. We had a divergence on the RSI right here. On balance volume did not look healthy at all. Okay, didn't look healthy at all. And then actually, I think it was just like a few hours after that, it actually fell through it. Right, it plummeted back down. So, yeah, I mean it's you know, textbook as far as trading is concerned. You know, you take what you can and then you walk out the door, and you don't look behind. So similar to like the video I was mentioning yesterday, is that, you know, one of the ways to go ahead and take a look at this is that there's this swing low right here out of around, let's call it, you know, 7,400, right? And you know, that could be a potential target, and it actually turned out to be a very good target. And you know, purchasing right here is really not the best place to purchase as far as everything I mentioned to you guys before, but it did pick up a pretty big leg, to say the least. So let's say, for example, actually I'll just do this on a 4-hour basis, just much easier. So yeah, basically at this close, the close right here, 6,991, and you know, it made a high over here. But I'm going to say, like, let's say this target right here is something that could easily have been targeted. It's about 7,381. Okay, so you know, nothing really to write home about, but it's definitely a good trade to say the least. Myself, I was taking on an enormous amount of risk by holding on to it, but remember, I was using that 4-hour support line for about 70% of the position, and it went ahead and touched that, and then I got out the remaining at about 7,000. And so yeah, I mean, all in all, yeah, I did pick up a little money, but you know, nothing. Again, nothing. I'll just, for argument's sake, I'll just call it break even. So I hope everybody sees a bit about that trade and is able to understand, you know, kind of what went right and what went wrong. So part of the reason why I wanted to do this was that you can utilize stops and targets in a manner to make almost a bad trade, right? It's not a horrible entry point, but a not such an ideal entry point, and you can actually get out, you know, with making a little money, and you could have made a lot more, you know, up over here, right? So it's you know, it's a learning tool, and you know, for myself, it's really not learning. I mean, I've done this for so many years, I understand it, but I wanted to see how far this possibly could have run. And so that was the reason why I basically stayed in the trade. But I didn't want to stay into the trade to then go ahead and possibly get into a lost territory, especially after this run up. This is, like I was mentioning, this is a lot of resistance right here, and clearly we were not able to break through it. So resistance here, excuse me, and resistance here. So where are we right now? So if we look back at things in a little bit more of a you know, a traditional sense, you know, on a more of an Elliott wave sense as far as traditional is concerned, the way that I'm looking at this right now is this is basically an A, a B, and then we're going to have a C. And that's the way I'm counting it right now. Excuse me. And that A, B, and C could tell us that we're going to have a double zigzag, and then we're going to have another 5 waves coming down. You know, you could go ahead in here and you could start counting things like here, like an ABC. I don't really like it all that much. I think this is actually just a 5th wave down. I think this right here is just a 5th wave down. So, yeah, I mean that's what I'm looking at right now. As far as the B is concerned, you know, I do think that we could kind of make these lows again, and then maybe even make this low right here. It's about 5,939. So, I mean, believe it or not, I'm still fighting this cold. I know it sounds nuts. It's like 2 weeks already. But I guess that's what I get for just working like crazy and not giving myself time to repair, my body to repair. Anyway, so yes, I do believe we can touch this bottom again. If we do touch this bottom again and pierces through, I would not be surprised if we see some panic selling. This is a completely different market than it was over here, and I would not be surprised if that's the case. On the bullish side, yeah, I mean, you can make a bullish case here, but again, I don't really see all that much. You know, while we were going up, especially right here, okay, I was really thinking, and when I was talking about right here, I just mean this congestion right here of resistance. I was really thinking if we can get above here and we could continue to make a bit of a motive wave, that I really did think that we could get a bit bullish, and I was getting more and more bullish. Now that's not the case. I am not at all. Not that I'm not at all bullish. I'm really not as bullish as I was prior. Not that I really was all that bullish to begin with, but there was some bullish sentiment kind of seeping into the back of my brain. So now we have unbalanced volume, which is really tanking right here. We have RSI which is tanking, and so is the market. This is on a 3-hour basis. So it's really anybody's guess where it's gonna go. And you know, I could start doing Elliott wave counts and stuff like that. I'm not all that confident in them yet, and I want to go ahead and see a little bit more information in order to go ahead and show you guys some stuff. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just I think who is that singer? What the hell was his name? Anyway, famous song, I think it's called The Gambler. You got to know when to hold him, you got to know when to fold him, and it's a great saying. And you basically got to know when you got your finger on the pulse, and you got to know when you don't have the finger on the pulse. And the fact that this trade didn't work out doesn't mean that I don't have my finger on the pulse. That's not the case. It's the fact that this wave structure right here is just looking really odd. It's looking really odd, and I'm thinking that this is an A, a B, and a C, and then we could possibly come back down again. Okay. And if we do hit this B, which kind of bottoms right around here, if it does, then we run back up again, and then we come back down again, I do think that then we could definitely have some serious panic selling. Here I could see that we do get some, but this here again, doing it again, I think is really, people are just gonna throw in the towel, and we are gonna get back down to that 4,500 level, around those 4,500 levels that I was mentioning a long time ago. So those counts are starting to come into play that I mentioned a long time ago, of prices around those levels, the 4,000, 4,500 level. Yes, I do think that is doable. I totally think that is doable. I was thinking that was doable for a long time, but I think I was putting a lot of hope into this right here, into this leg up right here. So let's go ahead and just start updating some resistance lines. On the daily resistance line is staying the same. The 4-hour support goes away. The resistance, we don't really have much of one right now. The 1 hour, let me see if that bar closed. Hold up 1 second. Yes, okay, so that 1 hour did close, that 1 hour bar. And we're going to call the 1 hour resistance at a level of 6,830, okay? Coordinates. Okay, so 6,830. And, again, everybody knows how to use these if you've been watching the videos. Yeah, that's really about it, guys. So just want to recap real quick with this trade right here. All I used to go ahead and tell you guys that I was getting extremely weary was everything that I showed you. Okay? I've been getting a little heat for people saying, well, you didn't tell us about how you got into this trade and this, that, and the other thing, and yada, yada, yada. And you're hiding stuff from us, and et cetera, et cetera. Well, everything that I show you guys was used in order, and nothing really else, to go ahead and tell you guys this right here is starting to make me feel like the market's going to come down. Okay? It was a divergence in the RSI, and it was on balance volume that wasn't going anywhere. Okay? It was as simple as that. Okay, that in combination with the fact that we had a lot of resistance from this level here, the 55, here I'll show you, the 200 moving average and the green line coming down, and it was just too much for the market right now. No volume was coming in to really shoot this thing up, and if it's not going to go up, it's going to go down when RSI is acting that way and on balance volume is acting that way. So for the naysayers that are out there, this is it. I mean, these are some simple tools. And I wasn't even using Laguerre. Let's pull up Laguerre, our boy Laguerre. I love Laguerre. Where is Laguerre? I would love to come back and meet Fibonacci and Laguerre and all these other peoples. Okay, so even Laguerre, okay, I mean, this is on the 1 hour basis. Right about here, it was saying, the market's gonna look like the market's gonna turn over and go south. Okay, and that's what it did. Okay, but really most of this drop right here, I mean, the Laguerre was already on an oversold territory, and then the drop happened. Okay, so those three indicators, okay, I mean, wasn't even using Laguerre as far as saying that this was getting top heavy again, but those three indicators plus volume plus candlestick analysis plus the resistance lines and the support lines and everything else I showed you as far as chart formations and stuff like that is really all you need. Now all you need to do is separate out all the noise, turn off all the news agencies, turn off all the stories, all the quote-unquote fundamental BS, okay? All the FUD that's out there and stuff like that, and just study charts. Study charts, okay? Get that ingrained, okay? Get that in your brain. And then you start layering in things like, Fibonacci extensions and Gann fans, okay, and Elliott wave analysis, okay. Elliott wave analysis is probably the first thing, because Elliott wave analysis is a great way to just say, hey, spatially, where am I? What is to expect next? Where am I in space? Am I in a correct correction right now? Is this a motive wave? So that's kind of like my roadmap as far as trading is concerned for you guys right now. So anyway, we're gonna leave it there for right now, and we'll speak to you guys soon. Happy trading.